Tafi students detained over death of a 7-year-old schoolmate. 2-day remand for bus driver in accident that killed delivery boy. Hello and good evening. I'm Mohanapriya. Welcome to News on 2. Police suspecting foul play in the death of a 7-year-old student of an unregistered Tahfiz school in Lanchang, Temerloh yesterday have taken custody of 3 students of the school for questioning. Pahang Criminal Investigation Head Dato' Othman Nanyam today said the victim died at 1 p.m. yesterday during treatment at the Lanchang Health Clinic, and the body was then sent to Sultan Haji Ahmad Shah Hospital for a post-mortem. Dato' Othman said there were bruises on the victim's body and that the victim was sent to the clinic by the school warden after finding him in a weak state. Following a report lodged, he said the police arrested 3 students, all aged 13, to facilitate investigations. He said the victim and an older stepbrother was sent to the school, which has 2 other students, about a month ago. The school, run by a married couple, began operations early this year, with the wife also acting as the warden. The Health Ministry has confirmed that the death of a 5-year-old boy from Kampung Mambung, Jalan Penrisin, Kuching on 2nd November was due to rabies. Health Director General Datuk Dr. Nur Hisham Abdullah, in a statement today, said the boy was pronounced dead while undergoing treatment at the Sarawak General Hospital Intensive Care Unit. According to Dr. Nur Hisham, a laboratory test conducted on a sample from the case was confirmed to be positive for rabies. Dr. Nur Hisham said it was also found that the victim's family had 2 unvaccinated pet dogs. However, the victim had never complained of being bitten by a dog or other animals. He said with the confirmation of the latest case, the number of rabies cases in Sarawak since the outbreak of the disease was declared on July 2017 is 22, including 21 deaths. 6 of the cases were detected this year. Now, the bus driver who rammed several vehicles and killed a teenager in Bayan Lepas yesterday evening has tested positive for methamphetamine. Barat Daya Police Chief Superintendent A. Anbalagan said the 49-year-old also did not possess a driver's license, adding that he has been remanded for 2 days beginning today. In a statement today, Superintendent Anbalagan said police have obtained a remand order against the bus driver whose vehicle rammed several vehicles at Persiaran Kalichap yesterday, leaving 1 dead and several others injured. The 2-day remand order against the 49-year-old man was issued by Magistrate Ahmad Tajuddin Sain to assist in the police investigation under Section 15, subsection 1A of the Dangerous Drugs Act 1952. In the 6:30 p.m. incident, 16-year-old Muhammad Saifullah Muhammad Hafiz, who delivered pizza part-time on his motorbike, died on the spot after being hit by the bus, which had lost control after crashing into a parked Proton Waja and a Suzuki Swift at Persiaran Kalichap. The bus came to a halt after ramming into the wall of a house. The driver of the Suzuki Swift and 2 other passengers sustained injuries and were given treatment at a hospital nearby. The case is being investigated under Section 41, subsection 1 of the Road Transport Act 1987 for causing death by reckless or dangerous driving. A witness in the murder trial of Cradle Fund Chief Executive Officer Nazrin Hassan told the Shah Alam High Court today that the man's body was unlike the bodies of other 5 victims when it was found. A fire officer at the Damansara Fire and Rescue Station, Thanos Bah Agem, 29, who is the 13th prosecution witness, said Nazrin's body was found lying in a straight position about 0.3 meters from the bed in his room. Tan Hos was the acting supervisor for operations at the fire station at the time of the fire incident at Nazrin's house at Mutiara Homes, Mutiara Damansara, on 14th June 2018. Based on his 8 years of experience with the fire department, he said, normally if the victim could not find the way out, he or she would perish at the last place where the victim was looking for a way out. However, in Nazrin's case, it was as if he did not try to save himself. Tan Hos said when questioned by Selangor Prosecution Director Datuk Salim Soeb alias Hamid before Justice Datuk Abdul Karim Abdul Rahman. The victim's wife, Samira Muzaffar, 44, and two teenagers aged 17 and 14 were charged along with Indonesian citizen Eka Wahyu Lestari, who is still at large, with Nazrin's murder. They are charged under Section 302 of the Penal Code, read together with Section 34 of the same Act. The hearing continues next Friday. The Jalan Genting Amber Court stretch of road has been reopened to all vehicles today after cleaning up works finished late last night. The stretch was closed following a major landslide on Tuesday, burying the Jalan Genting Amber Court single carriageway. The authorities, however, advised motorists to avoid driving on the stretch at night to avoid any unwanted incidents. 200 tourists who were trapped in a hotel and service apartment located near the landslide area were evacuated in stages in small groups. The incident was reported to have occurred around 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday, following a non-stop heavy downpour since 4 p.m. No casualties were reported. However, the main route in and out of Genting Highlands was not affected, as the incident occurred at route leading to a different part of the resort. Yang di-Pertuan Agong Al Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al Mustafa Billah Shah today stopped his entourage twice to check on victims of two separate accidents in Putrajaya. Istana Negara Instagram page today posted two video clips and two photographs of His Majesty speaking to victims of both incidents. His Majesty also reminded motorists to be careful when it's raining to avoid accidents, according to the caption on the post. The first incident happened at Cyberjaya and the second near Putrajaya Toll Plaza on the Maju Expressway, or MAX. In the first clip, His Majesty was seen stepping over the divider to get to the driver on the opposite side of the road to meet him. In the second clip, His Majesty again got out of his car to check on the couple who were involved in the incident. He was also seen taking pictures with the couple. This is not the first time that the King helped accident victims. On June 26, the King stopped his entourage to extend a helping hand to an accident victim in Putrajaya. Then on 5th August, His Majesty once again put protocol aside when he helped an accident victim in Jalan Susur near Istana Negara. 6 families were left only with the clothes on their backs after 6 wooden houses in Jalan Kampung Laut near Tumpat were destroyed in a fire this morning. Kota Bharu Zone Fire and Rescue Department Chief Shobirin Abdul Kadir said no casualties or injuries were reported in the 10:45 a.m. incident. Shobirin said 36 firefighters were deployed to the scene after the department received a distress call at 10:50 a.m. He said the houses were almost destroyed when firefighters arrived at the scene. They took about 35 minutes to put out the fire from spreading to other houses nearby, adding that they managed to save 13 other houses. He said the cause of the fire was still under investigation. Coming up, Bank Negara cuts statutory reserves ratio to 3%. Stay with us. Welcome back. Bank Negara Malaysia will cut the statutory reserve requirement, or SRR ratio, to 3% from 3.5% effective 16th November to ensure sufficient liquidity in the domestic financial system. Bank Negara, in a statement today, said the decision to reduce the SRR is undertaken to maintain the support for the efficient functioning of the domestic financial markets and facilitate effective liquidity management by the banking institutions. The last time Bank Negara reduced the SSR was in 2016, when the ratio was lowered to 3.5% from 4%. The central bank said the SRR is an instrument to manage liquidity and is not a signal on the stance of monetary policy. Bank Negara added that the overnight policy rate, or OPR, is a sole indicator used to signal the stance of monetary policy and is announced through the monetary policy statement released after the Monetary Policy Committee meeting. The Malacca state government has introduced a public-friendly app called Applicati Response as a new medium for the people to forward their complaints to the authorities. Chief Minister Adli Zahari said the app replaces the public complaints management system as part of the state government's efforts to respond to the people's grouses as soon as possible.
Jadi dengan merekodkan dalam respon rakyat ini, kita di peringkat negeri pun boleh tahu bahawa kita meletakkan 15 hari untuk kita menyelesaikan isu-isu ini ataupun kita respon kepada rakyat itu. Jadi melalui kaedah itu kita boleh memantau dan bagi yang paling penting kerajaan adalah kita dapat melengkapkan respon-respon itu dan bertindak ke atas respon itu.
Adli said the government launched the app in line with the rapid development in communication technology systems, taking into account that the majority of the Rakyat own smartphones. He added that although the app has been introduced, the state government will still hold its Hari Bertemu Rakyat (HBR) as usual to meet face-to-face with the people. As of 31st October, a total of 3,810 complaints had been received by the state government through the HBR. On another matter, Adli said the Malacca state government will seek clarification from the State Wildlife and National Parks Department, or Perhilitan, over reports on exponentially high population of wild boars in the state. Speaking to reporters when met in Tanjung Kling, the Chief Minister said the state government would take appropriate measures to control the animal population.
Harap perkara ini boleh kita atasi di samping kita lupuskan dan sebagainya, tetapi dalam masa yang sama kita akan juga lihat bagaimana kita menguruskan hutan-hutan kita. Kalau kita lihat memang kenapa dia mengganggu kawasan-kawasan sekitar kita, kebanyakannya dia melibatkan gangguan di kawasan-kawasan hutan yang sepatutnya boleh menjadi kediaman haiwan-haiwan liar ini.
Malacca Perhilitan Director Mohammad Hasdi Hussain reportedly said that the data on the population of wild boars in the state showed an increase as compared to last year, when the animals were sighted at the urban areas and housing estates. And that concludes this evening's News on 2. In our top story today, 3 Tafiz students arrested after death of 7-year-old. Join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. I'm Mohana Priya. Stay tuned to TV2 and have a great evening.